2025 to 2026 didn't just bring another immigration operation, it brought a reckless federal crackdown that has now killed American citizens on U.S. soil twice in 1 month. First, on January 7th, 2026, a 37-year-old mother of three named Renée Nicole Good was shot and killed by an ICE officer in Minneapolis during an enforcement action. Video evidence contradicts official claims about the threat she posed. Then, on January 24th, 2026, a 37-year-old ICU nurse named Alex Jeffrey Pretti, a U.S. citizen with a clean record, was wrestled to the ground by multiple federal immigration agents and fatally shot. Video footage reviewed by multiple outlets shows Pretti holding a phone, not a gun, then getting tackled before the shots rang out. Local and national reporting confirms he had a concealed carry permit and no violent history. Officials claimed he was armed, yet multiple videos don't support that, with one agent even removing his gun before Pretti was shot. Pretti was participating in protests against the first killing. This isn't a misunderstanding. This is a pattern of violence tied to an administration's unchecked immigration enforcement surge. Were these officers properly vetted? Were they drug and alcohol tested immediately after these shootings? Because if we remember anything about how DHS and ICE say they operate, it's this. They run drug testing on federal agents, the ones who are career personnel. But we already know that contractors and quickly assembled federal search forces often skip meaningful vetting and testing. That's one reason so many untrained, non-psyched, and non-accountable individuals are on the streets doing enforcement. Your suspicion about botched vetting isn't wild, it's consistent with documented gaps in oversight and surge hiring. Yet when it comes to these shootings, officials haven't released any evidence that the agent was drug or alcohol tested right after the shooting, or that investigators even publicly disclosed the results. No transparency, no accountability. Just trust us, we shot him in self-defense. Meanwhile, a federal judge had to order DHS to preserve evidence in Pretti's case because obstruction was so severe. Local leaders, including Minneapolis officials, have condemned the federal presence as a violent occupation. So let's call it what it is. This was not justice. This was not law enforcement. This was a reckless escalation, with real American lives lost and no credible, transparent proof that this administration's so-called enforcers were sober, mentally fit, or even justified in their use of deadly force. And until there is full disclosure, including immediate drug and alcohol test results, training records, medical evaluations, and accountability for every federal agent in these operations, every one of these deaths remains an open wound, not a closed case. Mic dropped.